Hello there, and welcome back to Corey Loses for the continuation of our Thrawn's Revenge 3.2 preview playthrough as the Eriadu Authority. In the last episode, we got attacked on Gyros towards the end by a pretty big New Republic fleet, and we have a fleet that will now not have a Pathfinder coming in to fight it off. So that's going to be a little bit annoying, but let's go in and see. We want to try to take out some of these other planets in the area. But, oh, they're also coming into Bakura. Who's going to be doing that? That's got to be New Republic. So that means Rygar will be slightly undefended. The Empire of the Hand may be able to take that back. But yeah. Go and kill us. We won't be able to hold this planet on ground. They have the Viscount prototype here, so it could be a difficult one in space as well. But we've killed Thrawn, we've killed Zinj. Isard obviously is dead if we've killed Thrawn, but it's here comes the Smugglers Alliance. Alright, that's a lot of Hajins. Yeah, a lot of fleet tenders. Home 1 type and the Viscount prototype. Which, I think those ships are actually going to be less of a threat since we have our Torpedo Sphere. And
TIE interceptor here.
Good on bombers.
Star Destroyer standing by.
This one is Darius. So, downright Darius.
Star Destroyer.
Which one is this? The Bastion. We have Iron Hand of Justice. Furious Abyss. Corey loves release date questions. Not true. Don't listen to that one. And the ship requests or ship name requests for the Hapen playthrough, which will be starting soon, did go up today. So people can get those in.
Orders, sir. Interceptor squad reporting.
All right.
Got them in my sights. Coming back around for another run.
I'm pretty confident in our ability to win this. Especially if we can get rogues killed now. Good enough. There we go. Downright Darius.
Gunship reporting.
Let's actually put you around in there. You can stop. Right. That's still a good amount of bombers they have. They don't have that many fighters, though, either. Not sure why they were so confident in their ability to face down the whole Empire myself.
Ready for command, sir.
Cruiser here. Location confirmed.
TIE squadron standing by.
Comlink active.
Okay, the damage... These two ships aren't the most damage-oriented for their pop. So...
Ready for battle.
Okay, bomber group coming in.
Orders,
And
sir.
send our fighters over there. Let's try to get an IPV on that side, too.
Reporting in.
Alright, they're starting to come in. We have to split up a bit. Maybe I'll send the interceptors off to this side. Because the fighters are going to have a bigger group, but they're going to have the help of an IPV.
Roger that. Roger that.
And, oh, well, there is an IPV over here, too.
Squadron standing by.
Form up.
Attack
Setting
formation.
up my run, sir.
Right. I think we want to go for the home one
Engines active.
first on that.
Getting a lock.
Go after the stragglers.
Form up. Order confirmed.
We have an advantage in numbers. We have, I think, an advantage in fleet comp here as well.
Batteries online.
So,
Destroyer here.
not to mention,
Is the laser cannon.
Excellent shot.
Coming around.
I'm just that good,
You won't be
but
around much longer.
Copy.
It still counts. It's still a threat.
Pursuing enemy forces. Taking them out.
All right. Because we have the torpedo sphere, this is kind of going to be a good one for it. The Praetor is going to be better at like dealing with engagements of smaller ships. The torpedo sphere is going to be
This one.
more of like fighting on the level with other large stuff.
He's coming around.
We've got them on coast.
Where'd he
Is
go?
Akbar in a smaller ship now? I'm not sure where Akbar is or if we killed him already.
Ready for battle. Nowhere to run.
Destroyer standing by.
There's one capital done. You guys did your job. You kept the fighters off there. All right. Stop on that. I think we need the heavy bombers on you because the Viscount is now in position on that.
Awaiting your command. Weapons ready.
You come up. We'll be able to use powered weapons on that.
Your command.
While we get the spoilers of Cadia on some of these smaller ones.
Commander. Open fire.
Roger that.
Okay, let's try to keep hunting down the ships that are going to be stopping us here.
Attack run.
Reporting in. The lasers are
Right, the shields are broken on the Viscount.
Watch for enemy ships.
When we build the Legitimacy Executor, we're going to get Grunger after we've built most of our patron units.
destroyer here.
Form up.
Fighters or interceptors, stay on them. Bombers, keep going in on that.
Copy. I copy. Attacking target.
All right,
Report.
let's see if we can get the shields down on the home one type now.
Destroyer standing
I think we have enough other things shooting
In position.
the Viscount to handle it.
Destination confirmed. Focusing all
I'll take care of this.
Launching
It's about to be destroyed.
Attack position.
Yeah, that's good.
Attacking. Awaiting your orders.
You're starting to actually get shields back. I'm gonna swap you over there because you have most of your rear weapons. You have a lot of hard points down. Card's dead.
Targeting. Yes, sir.
The bombers are gonna break through on this one. Nice.
Awaiting your command. Reporting.
And we need some of these anti-fighter to come in.
Narrowing position. Closing on target.
Alright. Stay on the hull damaging hard points.
The lasers are our
And let's see if we can kill the rest of the bombers.
Waiting orders.
Because they've been doing a lot to that
Roger
allegiance.
that. Form
You're
up.
finishing that off. You are finishing... The turbos are mostly down on that, so you can take the liberty. And you can take the liberty of... killing... Say... Let's say you go on the liberty as well.
Let's finish him. Pursuing enemy forces.
Oh, is that one of theirs? Yeah, that's one of theirs.
Our launch
We do need to kill more of their anti-fighter. Kind of just trying to survive with bigger ships on that for a while. Alright, there we go. The Bastion is holding up for now. Those are mostly shields. So I think we want to start focusing down some of the corvettes on this. You fighters want to come back in. We're going to try to stay a bit closer to our end. Kill last resort. Card whole organization in shambles right now. And Furious Abyss holding together at the rear. Alright, I think Bastion is going to be okay now. Thank you, Toby, for gifting 5 subs. Very appreciated.
Get behind them.
And I guess since we are starting a new campaign soon, reminder for anyone who does get a gifted sub, the patron ship choices are open to any sub, gifted, prime, whatever. Okay, let's see if we can kill the engines on you.
Target locked.
Direct fire on the engine.
I'll take care of this.
That'll make it a bit easier for us coming out. What a victory. I don't think we can get anything else down. Yeah, I think that one might have survived. Shit, 2 IPVs. I should reload the save on that one. Alright, we're gonna save again, rather than that. Thank you, Commander Keeper, for the 100 bits, asking, does one medium octuple battery on the ISC-2 have equivalent DPS to the 8 individual medium turbos on Liberty? No. The more per ship doesn't, or more per a single projectile doesn't necessarily mean that it's worth 8 individual hard points of a different type. It's usually made up for in firing rate or recharge time or whatever else. Like, usually there are more upfront damage, longer cooldown. We'll see what we can do about Bakura. I don't think we're going to be pushing farther from this end for a little while. We do want to invade Bandamir. And we can get down to Bakura, at least stop them from taking it.
Tactical battle imminent.
Gyros again. Oh, they were coming in with the ground forces. Sorry about that. We're good. Okay.
We've located the enemy.
I think this is going to be a bit tougher than the last one.
Ready.
Oh, yikes. That's... You hate to see it.
Ready to receive orders. Bomber active.
Copy.
Yes, sir. Ion engine is primed.
I copy. Engines activated.
IPV reporting.
We might be able to kill them all before...
At your command. Destroyer here. Copy.
Well, let's see.
We shall be there shortly.
Tectonic's asking, what's the difference between the Republic Star Destroyer and the Nebula? I mean, you can see all the stats
I copy.
on the ship.
Ready for
The Republic, in some ways, is kind of a proto-Nebula. We basically re-added it because of
Attack position.
public demand. It is
Acquiring target.
in a semi-similar role.
initiating.
That's a big part of the reason that we only had the Nebula for
Attack run. For
quite some time. Removed the Republic class,
Reporting.
but there are differences.
awaiting orders. Fire.
Reporting.
Ready. Changing course to
Star
intercept.
Destroyer standing by.
Attack formation.
Star
Well,
Destroyer
I may as well move everything up,
moving out. Heading
just in case it's like 3 Executors in a raid fleet. Which it can't be. I'd be very confused if it were, but...
Go after the stragglers. I copy. Open fire. Attack that target.
Now they're done.
Ready for duty. Yes, Commander. We've got them on scopes. Attack commencing. The missile launchers are the primary target.
Well, that VSD might be in trouble. Okay, we gotta try to get past the VSD so it doesn't take all the damage. A pretty big raid fleet.
Reporting. Yes, sir.
Nowhere to go.
Squadron moving out.
Roger that. Your command. Form up.
Rip release date questions.
Attack. We've lost our turbo lasers. Reporting in.
See, that's what happens when you ask release date questions.
Yes, Commander.
They get killed in battle.
Lasers. Attack the target.
Form up. Fire. Destroyer here. Open fire.
Priority target identified.
Well, they're dead now, so
Target critical.
thanks for following, Sanderbot.
I'm on.
Okay, the New Republic will pay for this.
Coming around. I've got it.
They lost us. They lost us an entire VSD. What did it cost them? Everything. We can take Roche. Like, that's a thing we can do. Because it doesn't open us up anymore. I was trying to hold back on some of the advances there. But, like, if we go into Thanos and Roche... Well, Thanos will actually open up the Obra Sky corridor. We do need to take Obra Sky. This fleet was getting built up, though. Because we have the Bellator. And we're going to switch out some of these. So, Hublin, the Bellator. And a Star Lemon took Salagus. Shocking. How much pop does that leave us? 340 on there. 167 on there. Take the Lancer. You are going to be another defense fleet somewhere, I think. Or no, we want you to be an assault fleet.
IPV reporting.
So let's put this... Let's take one more of these ships out into the Bellator fleet. And that is another Pathfinder. Let's send them into there. We can take Coruscant again. Maybe we'll take Coruscant again. Gotta go in. We got to Bakura. We have a hypervelocity gun, we have a goal, and we have a level 1 shipyard. Which... This is it kind of seems like a desperate attempt to break out of Amrak. When's the release date? I mean, February 24th for Fall of the Republic, so I have an answer for that. So no one can troll me like that anymore, huh? I do think we can win this. We don't miss all these. Just miss some of them.
Ready for action.
Not February 24th for Thrawn's Revenge, but we have a release date for Fall of the Republic.
Command
This is good, right?
Bomber standing by.
We should eventually be able to get the Night Hammer, yeah?
We're on the move. Your command, sir.
Alright, that's 5 Liberties, the Dauntless. That one at least lost its engine, so that wasn't a complete loss.
Station ready.
Our space station is under
Orbital
attack.
command available.
Bomber squadron reporting.
And the way this is arranged, they kind of have to get all the way through
Right away.
one thing to get to the next.
Commander here.
How's the progress on Imperial Reign? Any news on World Devastator?
Come about.
World Devastator is going to be something we end up working on for point 3. Because there's going to be some other stuff happening with Dark Empire stuff during that, so it'll fit thematically. We're not doing as many major every piece of content being reworked things, so it's a bit easier for us to focus on some of those other units like the World Devastator that take a bit more scripting and design work. But for Imperial Reign, it'll be a while before you start actually seeing anything of it. I need to look at Elden Ring, because I keep seeing people bring it up, but I have no idea what that is. There, Black Wolf? Okay, the Dauntless is no longer a threat, but I do want to make sure we at least kill it. Because we're going to be coming in with other units, so finishing the kill is a big deal here. I do know what Dark Souls is. Is Elden Ring a Dark Soul? Okay. That makes sense, because it was Eck that I kept hearing talk about it, and he is recently, like, fallen in love with Dark Souls, so...
I've got them in my sights. Getting along.
Okay, we lost the goal in one.
Form up. Awaiting orders.
Tower commander here.
Try to kill more of these Corvettes. Like, I thought Elden Ring was going to be some, like, Lord of the Rings thing, but... because there's rings involved.
Attack position.
Back around. It's about to be destroyed.
Receiving message.
Has removing pathing lines affected pathfinding? No, it doesn't affect... the line doesn't affect pathfinding, but
Decoding transmission.
we changed how the game sees the ship sizes. The X and Y hard extents of the units, which basically is what abstractly tells the game how big a unit is. And that's why we've removed the lines, because things more reliably go where you're pointing them to. Okay, we don't win on this one.
I've got him.
Enemies in range. TIE squadron standing by. Target locked.
Do you ever play Inscription? I don't know what that is either.
Commander, they're hitting us.
Reporting.
Okay. This is overextended a bit.
Where'd he go?
We might be able to kill that with our remaining reserves.
Charge laser cannons. Attacking.
Nowhere to run.
Really the only game in the near future that's like on my definitely playing a lot of this on stream especially list is Warhammer Total War. I'm going to be doing a lot of that on Twitch. I don't think it'll ever do well on YouTube for me, but I'm going to give it a try on Twitch. Like a lot of my friends do pretty regular Total War playthroughs on Twitch. I'm joining the Total War meta.
Ready for action.
Awaiting orders. Moving out.
Target locked.
Alright. We did what we could. Hopefully our space units get in before their ground units. That was a lot of money, though. About to invade Contrum. They got to Borleus already. What is Project? Is that Secular? Yeah, he has Veracity, Secular. Okay, I think we need to go in for Coruscant. We're not taking this from them. But before we do, let's see if we can take Bandamir with these. This is probably going to be a little bit tricky. Then after this battle, we can buy some stuff. We're in a bit of a panic mode right now. Have you ever played Hellblade? I have not played Hellblade.
Reporting. Moving out.
Victor you sent from Crustai is about to have a hard time. It wasn't just a victory. It shows a victory at the top of the stack because it was the hero. But we had a
Ready.
we had a whole fleet with that.
Squad, move out. Right away, sir.
There's on there. We don't actually have that much money, so my hopes of
Roger that.
spamming a bunch of units afterwards is
Order acknowledged.
probably not going to happen that way.
Heading out.
And we'll get our commander here for... It's not terrible. Helpful.
Awaiting orders.
Yes, money.
Move out. Right away.
You played Empire or Force of Corruption? No, what's that? Is that like a collectible card game or something?
gauge standing by.
T2B over. On it, sir.
Yeah, I'm just gonna park this off in the water. Commander Kiva, thank you for the 100 bits. Asking, are we gonna see a Revan's Revenge faction roster sometime? Yeah, not too long. We might be able to do the Republic ground reveal soon,
Rolling out.
or the Mandalorian space reveal, or the Sith space reveal, or the Mandalorian ground reveal. All the stuff is close, like 1 or 2 units off from being ready, or like all the models are done and textures just aren't, that kind of thing. So, especially once we've started actually directly working on the .3 release cycle, you'll start seeing a bit more Revan's Revenge stuff because we're going to be more directly working on it then. You guys want to move up? Was that artillery? No. Moving in. I think we've got enough for this. It's going to be a bit of a slower crawl, but... No, run! Okay, well you can't. It's already dead. Don't weep for me. I'm already dead.
Open fire.
Even the Hapens have like 5 or 6 things that are either planned or in progress for after .2. I don't know that they'll all necessarily be in .3, but it's a lot, already a lot happening. Okay. Okay, we've lost 2 of our tanks. We gotta get powder weapons on that, or powder main cannon. Alright, one of you, please go up there.
This way. T2B.
And I think they probably have some field bases or AA turrets, so that should be a safe get for us. I don't want to go straight to the base just yet. Wonder how the Hapens would handle with the Eclipse. I mean, the Hapens are actually one of the better factions for fighting the Eclipse. Like, every faction can do a frigate-focused strategy, but like the big thing with the Eclipse isn't that it has a lot of conventional damage for its size. It's the super laser, which makes it really good against like a single large target. But if you're fighting, if you're only able to do like single target damage, then having a faction that relies on more small ships isn't gonna be an easy fight for you. So usually if you're playing as the Empire, you're probably going to want to target a station, a Hapen station with the Eclipse. Like, it'll definitely be helpful for that. But on offense, I think the Hapens will have a relatively easy time with the Eclipse compared to other SSDs. Get another repair. Probably the hero. I wonder if some of these infantry have
New coordinates. Let's go.
have the XML does cause lag option ticked on.
Construction complete.
I think that'll hit the structure there still.
Reporting in.
What do we have up here? It might be bikers causing problems too.
Squad, move out. Attacking. Form up. Spreading out.
Alright, nice. A sensor. We did get the other structure, so that's good.
Roger that. Form up. Keep going.
You guys are gonna go with the tanks. Most of you are gonna go forward. The rest of you come over here.
Reporting.
You can see a lot of the effects of the AI grouping a lot better in this battle as well. Like that big assault force at the landing zone. Previously, that would have been a lot more spread out, and it just kind of happened again there.
Alright, men, take cover.
Which, like, we had enough forces to beat it, but
Yes, Commander.
generally going to be a much more effective strategy for them. Okay, here he comes. Kill the hero.
Heading out.
Don't let him stop you. Thanks, Messman. Said kill the hero, don't just let him run past.
Spread out, men. Ready. Fallout troops.
Like a shit configuration for our army.
Yes, sir. Roger.
Yes, Commander. Over there.
Focus on the stuff you can kill first.
Fire. Open fire.
Ready. Rolling out. Moving to
Get the light vehicle factory.
Moving.
I think we're going to be able to take out the base fine with our structure or with our vehicles here.
Roger that.
So we'll help our infantry with the bombing run on that one.
Let's move out. Let's go.
Following your lead.
Attack that target.
They have a lot of people in there, so I'm going to pull that back. Oh, they retreated to the base. You'll find no safety here.
I copy. Over there.
Now we should be able to start heading up to that last landing zone. Taking that out.
Order acknowledged.
I don't want to spend the money on this right now.
New coordinates. On my way.
Yeah, I think we need to send up the help though. Otherwise, this is going to be a problem. We have the 1H for integration, or is it base unit for EA? The 1L, 1M, and 1H are all some of the main round tanks for the Eriadu Authority. Those are standard roster for us.
Awaiting orders. Targeting.
Here comes the ATPT that was killing our forces at the other one. Right, you're not the best anti-infantry tanks, but you have some light blasters, or AA blasters. So you can finish off the battle for us. There we go. Kind of haphazard little army we put together. They did the job. Alright, I think I'm gonna save again. Got us a nice little Bandamere. And that leaves one Maldruid planet just to the south there that we're sending our Praetor to. Over Sky, I think it is. We have two that are up in the north, and they keep taking Salagus back and forth. We have a fleet blockading, I think, this far eastern Maldruid planet. So we can invade that at some point once we're confident we have the forces for it. But it'll still be a while. If we can take Coruscant and even push into Biss, then we no longer have to worry about the core. I was thinking of leaving them, but even just for the fun of it. But as it is, gotta see if we can hold this together. Will a faction capital prevent integration? No. Just the leader or an SSD?
Choose your reinforcements.
Okay, this is doable. This is easy. Our first appearance of the Bellator. First of the galaxy. Go and curse that galaxy. So small next to the Assault. I'll zoom in so it looks like less pathetic than the Asserter. Lublin. Prancer. Party Starter. And Glory Hammer.
Ready to update orders. Let's run this gauntlet.
Yeah, let's focus the MTC with the rest of these guys.
Yes. We'll
And the
level them.
Bellator needs to take out
Destroy 'em.
these two, or these four main weapons. Then I'm going to switch it over to the Secular.
We'll win this.
Because Hublin can take it out
We'll beach them.
mostly on his own.
Yes, sir.
And if actual Hublin wants to...
Star Destroyer standing by.
Defender standing by.
My defenders can come and stop those.
Charging generator.
Ready. Your orders.
Lots of frigate reporting.
Destroyer ready.
Up there.
Closing on target. He's headed your direction.
Destroyer reporting in.
Pursuing
Destroyer
enemy
holding.
forces.
Let's move out.
Destroyer at station keeping. We'll level them.
Alright, into the...
Taking him out.
Let's go into the group of Corvettes, Hublin. Here we go.
On this one. Tightening up.
Things you never want to see is a Corvette.
Let's finish him. Watch your back.
Well, you might want to see the whole bomber situation where they're coming into you, but... The ISD.
Ready. Destroy 'em.
Watch him. He's coming around.
Vectoring now.
Awaiting your orders.
How much longer? Target critical.
Ready to update orders.
Okay, and that transport...
Awaiting your command.
let's get Mini Hublin over to the transport.
Orders.
Yes.
Your
Returning to your position.
Awaiting your command.
Charging generator.
I got him. Watch for enemy ships.
Destroyer ready.
I'll take care of this.
commander.
Whoa. Okay, that's just fighters. This is the only one that actually needs to die on top of that.
I've got him.
So let's send some help for Hublin. Help for Hublin is the new charity effort that we're starting.
Fire at will.
For just $15 a day, you can keep a TIE Defender ace in the cockpit.
Destroyer holding. Loading ordnance.
Are you going to put the Galaxy gun in game with other super weapons? The Galaxy gun will probably be the first super weapon we do,
Destroyer
yeah.
at station keeping.
Now that we have other mechanics in place that allow us to do planet destruction without it just being like the thing to do.
Ready.
That there's like actual choices in whether or not you want to destroy a particular planet or how many planets you want to destroy. Like base game Empire at War and a lot of places where you'd use super weapons in Empire at War. It's just like, I have it, I'm going to go drop it on everything. And there's no reason not to. So that is the thing that we are trying to design around getting rid of.
Heading to destination. We're moving out.
We do need to stop these guys at Borlea so we can get the ground forces into Coruscant. But, like, it's not an interesting or particularly good representation of super weapons, I think, if they're just like, if they only function as this end game thing that kind of just kills the galaxy for you.
Adjusting course.
I think it's more interesting if it's like a part of choices you're making with the faction, and like destroying one planet or not destroying it has an impact on how you're going to be moving forward.
Destroy 'em.
Destroyer here. Awaiting your command.
Especially then, because like stuff in Dark Empire can be a proper mid-game thing rather than just being you reach Dark Empire as the Empire and you're kind of done.
Charging generator.
They get a bunch of super weapons.
Destroyer ready.
Ready for orders.
Because it kind of functions that way in Sins as well, where Palpatine has their Sins Mod Ascendancy, where Palpatine has the Eclipse, he has the Sovereign, he has the Galaxy Gun. Like, the Galaxy Gun is just this tool that they're using over a long period of time that poses a significant threat, but that's where a lot of his power is. So it's more of a gamble as a faction.
Ready.
Getting a lock.
Loaded.
Closing
Ready to update orders.
enemy forces.
Alright, bye Praji. Enjoy going back to obscurity.
Charging generator.
Star Destroyer reporting in.
Ready for orders. Those laser banks are the primary target.
Destroyer ready.
Alright. The core will be safe again. I don't know that Palpatine is actually at Biss.
We shall be there shortly.
So that's one thing.
Beginning construction.
Okay, well, let's get these guys back to Coruscant.
Shuttle en route.
Thank you, Commander Kiva, for the 100 bits again, asking how many SSDs will the Avethans have? There are a couple heroes and a couple... and one buildable one. So, I think it's 3...
Look, sir, it's them.
3 total SSDs, depending on how broad your definition of SSD is. But
Choose your reinforcements.
Right away. Moving out. Heading out. Fall out.
okay, so we have Hydra,
Awaiting
we have USS Montana, we have Paramount,
Awaiting your command.
and we have Strike the Sky.
Targeting.
Protecting our Bakuran investments, though it does mean it'd be a while before we can get back to
Bombers at the ready. Setting up my run, sir.
having
Orders,
the
sir.
opportunity to
Ready for
build
command,
Namana
sir.
and Bakura classes.
Fighters attack.
Ready to receive orders. Hit the ion cannon banks.
Disabling their
Well,
engines.
I'm sorry you feel that way, that you need to leave, but I'd rather you
Roger
didn't
that.
leave.
Destroy the engine.
Be honest. This is supposed to be where we spend quality time together.
Form up. We've got them on scopes. Keep going. Destroyer here.
We might be able to get up to Amrak before they do, because it's a retreat, they go slower.
Tactical battle imminent.
So we'd have to actually get ground units over, and like the whole Empire of the Hand situation becomes a bigger problem at that point. So let's get into Obra.
Inbound.
Choose your reinforcements.
All right, tax collector. I think this is our first freighter use.
Let's move out.
Area dude, where's my Star Destroyer? Pointy side forward. And Saskatoon Berry Pie are going to be leading this fleet. A lot of little victories. See, this is what the Praetor is better at
I copy. Attack commencing.
Targeting the enemy Hannah base.
compared to the
Roger that. All fighters.
Torpedo Sphere. Maybe slow, but I pack a punch. Yuga. And you know what? I'm gonna bring in Pluto Nash as an interdictor, just so we can make sure they don't leave.
Will be destroyed.
Bombs away.
Copy. Pressing the attack. The launch bay is gone.
The way Eriadu basically functions is at the SSD and battlecruiser level, they have something for kind of every type of damage output you'd want, and then the smaller ships act as supporting elements, which is why they have so many options for damage output at that level.
Our turbo laser batteries have been disabled. Initiating attack.
Targeting their weapon systems.
The lasers are our target. Over there. Attacking target. Our target priority is the laser cannons.
Stay in formation. I've got him.
Fire at will. Attacking.
Alright. I think we actually managed to save... We did. We managed to save back a bunch. Sweet.
Moving to
Alright.
coordinates.
Let's move up to the station now. We'll try to see if we can
Squadron standing by.
set up a screen here in front of the nearly dead VSD.
Form up.
Should be able to get through without too much problem.
Destroyer here.
Form up.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're sending their bombers in that way. So I think we're okay.
Copy. The lasers are our target.
Get
Coming
back.
around.
Attacking primary target.
Ready for battle.
I copy. Our target priority is the laser cannons. Reporting. Targeting.
I'm on this one. Excellent shot.
Bomber target.
Star Destroyer standing by. The lasers
Okay,
are
station dead.
Star Destroyer.
Priority
You
target
next.
identified.
You next.
Locking on.
Gladiator at your command.
Yes,
Under control.
Fire.
I've got them in my sights.
Awaiting orders.
Enemies in range.
Watch him. He's
Target
coming
locked.
around.
Eliminating target.
Awaiting your orders.
Coming back around.
Awaiting your command.
Kill all of it.
We've got them on scopes.
Roger that.
Your command, sir. Attack commencing.
So I think that puts
Data Star Destroyer.
Maldrude. They have the two up top, over a sky, and then 4 in their main territory.
Commander.
So that should put them
Base.
about half of the way towards integration.
Attack.
I copy.
We're probably going to want to take them before we take the
Heading for
the
attack
Empire,
position.
or before we take the
Fire.
what's it called? Penistar alignment. That's the one.
Form up.
Got him.
Attack that target. Destroyer here.
Draw their fire.
Attacking target. Copy.
He's about to be
We're
destroyed.
moving out. I copy. Fire at will.
Returning to your position. He's headed
Right.
your direction.
They're down. They're down.
Victorious.
Why did the Penistar alignment seem to survive so long? I mean, they're the opposite side of the galaxy, which helps them right now, but they are an isolationist faction, so they don't rush out and spread out. So the territory that they do have tends to be kind of built up, which makes them a lot more dangerous to invade. Once this force is done at Coruscant and this, then be able to send it up to that eastern part. See what we can get here. There's Cedrus. I don't think Palpatine is here.
Ready.
Choose your reinforcements.
Alright,
On my way.
what do we have? UMs, we have Chariot. I think you have, yeah, you have center ping, which is useful.
Reinforcements cancelled.
I think we will want the artillery
Moving to coordinates. Yes, sir.
and an AT-AT.
Destination set. Yes, sir.
We want to try to get to this middle landing zone.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Standing by. On my way.
And then, what do we want for Cedrus? I think we'll want more ATMPs.
Yeah. Incoming. Ready to go. Avoiding fire. Engaging enemy. We'll cover you. Ready. Reporting.
Alright, don't let them get the field base. There we go. We lost a lot of that initial force, but it stopped them from getting established, so I think that's worth it. Do we have any more infantry out here? We do. Go to that. And... Good. I think Cronus's Juggernaut is going to be very helpful on this. I mean, it's A6, so it is helpful.
Destination set. Proceeding to target. Targeting at maximum fire. Deploying storm system.
Awaiting orders. On my
You
way.
guys stay back. You're just going to get one hit by the
Copy. On
by
the move.
Crawler.
Form up. Roger.
Unit destroyed.
Ready. I copy. Orders.
Cannons charged.
Okay, I think we focus on the Crawler. We will hit you, and then I think we can land enough to help with this that we can save the AT-AT. Fragi's probably more useful than I was giving him credit, or not Fragi. Cronus is probably more useful than I was giving him credit for on this now. I was not expecting the AT-AT. Alright. I guess they did have a good amount of actual units here. So, we nearly have our bombardment and bombing run, so I think we want the sensor ping from Gion.
Reinforcements en route.
Just give me a target.
Bombing run available.
Start going up to the north. Oh, you... Oh, you don't have sensor ping yet, sensor jamming. You have sensor jamming. You have sensor jamming.
Ready.
Brigade ready. Attack.
I played myself.
Fire. Open fire.
In my excitement for sensor pings, I
Let's go.
just
Affirmative.
forgot how to read. Okay, what abilities does Cedrus have? Lightning. Get out there before he tries to lightning you.
This way.
Okay, there's a bunch of heavy vehicles cornering him. There's no way he wins. There we go. He's good.
Over there.
On my way. Yes, command.
Firing.
Commencing bombing. Roger that.
Right, now we just need to kill the rest of these
Check it out. Advance.
field bases that they'll have.
Moving. Let's roll. Charge.
Fire support ready.
They should be enough up there to get it. But let's get more tanks to help them out.
Moving to fire.
The stupid artillery, I left it in with it. You need to back up a little bit more.
Ready.
And pull them in. That should kill it.
Right away.
There.
Moving out. Targeting in.
No, the artillery was just killed. It was in that group of vehicles down here.
Engage down
It was killed by the turbo laser.
Reporting. Yes, sir. Yes, Commander.
Just give me a target.
We lost Geo, I think. There was more infantry up here than I was expecting.
Tank ready.
I don't think the Empire has had time to build any turbo laser AT-ATs. We need to find Palpatine. If he's on Biss, then it'll be... we'll be able to integrate the Empire, but I don't think it would have spawned him on Biss. Like, that's the end game. We want to make it do that, but I think the way it assigns the planets currently, I think it does the hero spawns before it does the planet flip. Shep.
Planetary control achieved.
Rangers group unlocked. I mean, yeah, we unlocked them already. What do you want from me? Well, that probably wasn't unlocking it properly. But, well, it's unlocking it properly. It just isn't removing it from the pool properly. But we're going to leave it there for our first episode. We retook Coruscant. Next time, we are going to be moving into Biss. And that'll free up fleet there. We'll be able to take over Sky. That'll free up another fleet. We've got, like, a fleet on every corner right now. So we should be able to start moving into the final Greater Maldrude territory. So that's going to keep going here on Twitch. For those of you on YouTube, thank you for watching. I hope to see you next time. Bye, everyone.